Today's August 5th. Today's quote is entitled, "What you resist is what you must face." Never run from what you need to do to grow. The more you resist facing your demons, and the more uncomfortable they make you feel, the more certain you can be that this is where you need to work. So we all want to improve ourselves, and how do we know the most important places to work? Well, this may come as depressing news to you, but the answer to this question is whatever you most resist working on. When anyone says, "Why don't you do this?" and you run in the closet and close the door and say, "Don't talk to me about that," now you know that's the very thing you need to work on, because whatever we resist the most, it's said that there's another saying, what you fear the most is where your jewels, like your treasure chest in life, hides underneath what you fear the most. You know, the greatest things we need to accomplish or the greatest growth will come to us when we face our fears. So we all have things we resist, and someone says, you know, you should do this, or why do you do that? And we close down. I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to think about it, no, I can't change, and don't ever say that again. And we just want to blank it out. We all have those areas. That's where we know, that's how we know what we need to work on. That the very thing that we resist thinking about, talking about, dealing with, admitting the problem, and so forth. That's how you know where you need to work. So if you're ever wondering what you need to work on, just think about what you resist. You know, like if you've been procrastinating something for a long time, and you're just, you know, I don't want to do that, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next year. There's a resistance for some reason, whatever it may be. It's something to think about. Why am I resisting that? Yesterday, a lady came to me and said, I can't, there's many gurus that I'm thinking of accepting, but I just don't know which one. I don't know why I can't decide. And I said, I think inside you probably don't feel ready to be a disciple. That's why you can't decide. Does that make sense? And she said, yeah, it makes sense. So probably something she was resisting. And you know, when you resist it, you don't deal with it, or you don't think about it. So anyways, this is fantastic advice. I don't say it's easy, but when you find resistance to doing something, probably you really need to do that. And if you do it, you'll be really happy and you'll grow a lot. So if someone wants to talk to you about something and you say, I don't want to talk about it, that's a resistance, obviously. If someone says, I want to talk to you about something, and you say, can we talk about it later? There's a resistance there. If someone wants to talk to you about something, and you say, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom right now. There's a resistance. Your whole body is resisting, and it just like runs to the bathroom. Yeah, it's true. It sounds funny, but it's true. If someone says, can we talk about something, and your posture shrinks, there's a resistance there. So that's another way of understanding where there's resistance. It's just we don't want to talk about it. Whenever the wife says to the husband, we have to talk, immediately the husband's just like, do we have to? There's a resistance. And whenever the wife says, we have to talk, the husband should say, yes, right now, let's talk. Because if you don't talk, it's going to be a big problem. And so what we resist, then it persists, and it gets worse. So if we could like flip our consciousness around and be excited about dealing with what we resist, our life would be better, simpler, and we would have less problems.